How do your work hours and income kind of affect your ability to keep up with your classes and responsibilities?
Honestly, sometimes it gets stressful having to manage work, class, events for Sigma, and teaching fellows, and just have time to also hang out with friends. But having a clear and organized schedule, along with like a chunk of time blocked out every day specifically for your homework and assignments, has helped me not fall behind. I have a lot of time. I also have had to learn to prioritize what is important. As far as income, I work a lot more in the summer and save up for the school year,
Mhm.
knowing I don't have as much time to work and make as much money throughout the school year.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I also try to do that as well as a college student, work more during the summer so then I can have a bit more freedom during the school year. During the school year, um, if so, what has contributed to that stress?
Yes, usually fall semester, I'm not as stressed, but with
Mhm.
J term, I usually only have 2 weeks at home to work, which just is just one paycheck coming in before I go back to school.
Mhm.
Although it helps, I get stressed financially around the spring semester. More specifically, this year, I've been more stressed compared to other years. I just returned from abroad right before Christmas, which definitely lowered the funds in my bank account. Coming back with limited money and then having to go through recruitment and spend money on those essentials. Now living in West End before I lived on campus, so paying for rent, utilities, and also not
Mhm.
having a meal plan, so paying for groceries. I have to learn to set aside money to make sure I can afford all those things before I buy anything else. And also just anticipating having to pay for dues soon. Sometimes that can be stressful.
Yeah, so here at Elon, we do a winter term, so we do come back a lot earlier than most schools. We have a 3-week winter study term, which this is I'm completing my practicum with Children's Home Society, partnering with the Institute for Family. So, yeah, I can definitely see how that could get stressful. I also agree. I think as college students, we do need a little bit more time in between breaks to be able to work, especially now that we're living off campus and have these responsibilities that we didn't have before. So how predictable or unpredictable does your income feel from month to month?
Honestly, my monthly income is very predictable because once you've been working, you know your pay rate, you know how much you're going to be working weekly once you have your schedule. So you can kind of decide and know in the back of your mind like how much you're going to make month to month. That honestly doesn't change drastically for me at all. So nothing really throws it off.
Yeah. I think like we were just talking about knowing your schedule, you have a set academic schedule for the spring. So that really helps as a college student to know this is when I'm going to have classes and this is when I will be available to work.
Thank you for listening to this story from the Institute for Family Shine On North Carolina initiative. Hear the full story and discover how you can share your own by visiting our website at instituteforfamily.org.